Yo, what's up? I'm Omega, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. And to my immediate left, of course, I got the man Kingsley over there coughing his lungs out. And across the couch, I got the brother Mel. What's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to make it out here to these painting films. We got the studio painted. We out here choking, but it's cool, man. Good week. We had a good week.
I ain't asked you how your week was.
I know. I ain't
nobody asked you how your week was.
Saying I had a good week.
Good week.
I had a good week, man.
I thought we was going away from that because I'm tired of y'all not having answers.
I had an
having
answer.
the same answers.
I had an answer. I got my
But I ain't asked.
I know you ain't asked. I'm just gonna roll with it. Just roll with it. Don't stop me, black man. Don't stop me.
Go ahead then. Go ahead, Cheech and Chong over there.
Is that an offensive term? Chong?
No, it was a show.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say what you thinking. No, that's not the word. No.
Oh, okay.
Cheech and Chong were two characters from a movie.
They used to
that's what I told you.
blaze.
Yeah.
I've heard of them. I have never watched that. That's in the 70s, ain't it?
Yeah, that's old.
If that is terms, then I don't know, but I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's not the same.
And that ain't the same.
Okay. It's nowhere near the same, brother.
Nah, right. Nah. But what's been good, man? We living this. It's about to be summer life.
Yeah, man.
This weather ain't no.
Yeah.
Your eyes, man. Yo, they're gonna think we live for real. Listen. Just so y'all know, we a little high from paint fumes. There was
a little nothing.
There was some painting going on in the studio, and the fumes didn't clear out.
Nah, it didn't. I feel like Method Man and Redman.
as quickly as we anticipated. But we still here because we love doing what we do, and we do it for you. So thank you for listening. Right. Thank you for watching. And we here about to die trying to put this episode out.
Right. We in the Amsterdam studio.
Yeah.
This dude.
Oh, man. Amsterdam studio.
Okay, buddy. Okay. So, but listen, this week, right? Like I had to make myself busy, and while I was doing some stuff in the studio, a little bit of work being done, so I'm just browsing the internet and whatnot, and I see this video, and it was like a trailer for a movie or whatever, and it was what's the one back in the day, Eagle Eye. You remember this movie? Eagle Eye, right? Mm-hmm. And you know how YouTube is. So like I was like, oh man, I thought I had seen it. I'm like, I hadn't seen it in a while. So I go on YouTube and I look at the trailer with it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. I think it's a Transformer dude that was in it. Yeah. Boy. So I go in and look, and I'm like, oh yeah. And you know how YouTube is. Like once you hit something and all the social media platforms, right? Yeah. You find something or whatever, and then they already like trying to cue you up for the next one.
Right.
And I saw a news clip that was talking about China. And their social credit scores or whatnot. Have y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't heard about it. What is social credit score?
This guy, you know what it is?
Enlighten me, brothers.
From what I understand,
he said,
because it might be different. Because from what I understand, it's just you get scored based on how you are just out and about. So like, say I yell at you for whatever, you can tag me for having you can reduce my social score because I yelled at you, or if I was late returning a car, or just I can only go by the episode from Black Mirror. There was an episode of Black Mirror.
Oh no, don't go by that. Have you seen it? I mean,
you were telling me about it.
Yeah, there's a Black Mirror
it's not
episode.
Like that.
I mean, it is, but it's not. The power's not in the individuals, right?
Gotcha.
So it's definitely more of a government-driven, communist, right? Communist-driven type of thing, and it's about control. Come on, buddy, it's about control. So it's like, okay, so basically they start out and they have 1,000 points, right? So they have 1,000. And if anybody knows what we talk about, please chime in, join in on the conversation. But to start out, you get 1,000 points, right? Now, this is in China. It's the only country that I know that has it as of right now. And I think they started doing test spots from like around 2014, 2015, right? So it's not everywhere. It's not national yet, but they wanted it to be by 2020. All right. So backing up, to start out, they give you like 1,000 points, right? So 1,000 points, but then everything, almost everything is like graded. So you start out 1,000. If like you said, okay, like you yell at your neighbor, they hear you arguing with your wife or whatever. If that gets reported, then you can lose some points. You late on bills, you messing up at work. Everything you can think of, you buy too many video games, you buy too much alcohol, too much cigarettes. Like these are points that will go against you in the negative, right? It's crazy, bro. And so like everything, it'll affect you, right? So once you go like below 1,000, I think somewhere in like the 700s or whatever is like a good range, something like that. Once you go below that, like you're hitting like the 6 and 5s, now you bad. And then it goes all the way down to having people being blacklisted, right? So if you get down and you're like missing so many social credit points or whatever, it impacts your whole life. You might not be able to travel. You can't buy a train ticket. You can't get a plane ticket. You might not be able to get certain jobs. You got kids in school. If you want to go to a private school or a certain university, you won't be able to because of your score. Like it's crazy. And like there's no way, like if they implement it, there's no way around it. They have, I think what I saw said there's like, I might be wrong, but I think it says something like there's like 7 cameras for every person, or two cameras for every person, or something like it's something crazy where it's like you're being monitored at every corner. Cameras are strong enough to where like the AI can tell who you are in 1 second.
Yeah, face recognition.
Right, it knows who you are in 1 second.
Yeah.
Police have sunglasses that they can wear, and they know exactly who they're dealing with in the moment of approach. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo,
Oh, like the video game.
it is like a video game. I don't know what video game was like that, but
Well, like the movie, what is it?
I Robot, I think is like
was
that.
like that, but it was
Yeah.
it's a recent one where the guy walking around, it's like he's in a video game.
Something Reynolds.
Oh, good
Yeah.
guy, the good guy,
Good guy, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. I think that was what it was.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly what it was.
Good guy thing. But yeah, so what
Wow.
y'all? What do y'all think? What if that came to the U.S.? Like, what if that was the way of life? You think y'all could deal with that?
No.
Huh?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like you have to be on point 24/7.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it would be
Pretty much.
I think it would be a good thing to kind of keep people in line, just to make sure people are, still treating people right and doing right by the system and stuff. I think it would be. It's worth an experiment, man.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh nah.
I just feel like you asked the question, how would it be like in America? I just feel like people gonna be pimping the system. People gonna find loopholes. People gonna create their own business. People gonna be like, I can help you get a good social score.
Look, how about this though?
Run your credit.
That's the
We'll
thing
take that.
though.
We'll take that bad customer service you did off your report for $59.99. I just feel like it's just gonna be
Great, but
Capitalize.
you're thinking about it as an American. You got to remember in China, they got things on lock. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because
it's way different, bro. And that was another thing. Based on your score, you might not be able to open a business. You might not be able to get a certain job based on your score.
So how do you improve your score?
So there was a bunch of things that they said like, it's like you can be a snitch.
Ain't no snitching here. Oh well.
It was
Put
like,
me in my neighborhood.
say you could be a snitch.
No fly zone.
You can praise the government in public. So like put it on like your social media.
What?
You can do like a heroic deed or whatever. And they have like these people.
It's like a heroic deed. Like
Like an old lady.
good Samaritan, like you were saying.
Yeah, like an old lady cross the street and the car about to hit her and you knock her down to get her out the way.
that ain't no good deed, man. You horrible. That's gonna decrease your
You saved her life, but you broke her hip.
Yeah, like finding a wallet and returning it and stuff like that.
Wait, what if they return it but everything ain't in it?
Then the camera's gonna catch you.
Yeah.
No.
I'm telling you, bro. Them cameras is if you go out and you take out your trash, the cameras are watching to make sure that you put your trash in the right whatever. And I saw an article and the guy was saying, he was like, yo, it's really messed up because he's hearing from people in China where they're testing this out. Because again, it's not all over the country. He said he heard from people in China that where they're testing it, they're checking for people when they take out the garbage, right? Or they're making it, if you don't recycle, you get points taken away. But it was like, it's some bull because when they take the trash away from the city dumpsters, they put it all in the same place anyway. They don't recycle. They just have it set up like that. So it's like, you got to put your mixes in. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I read. But, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it said dogs. You take your dog out for a walk, you don't pick up the dog poop. You get too many strikes against you, then they take your dog away. And you're not allowed to for I think it was like 5 years. You can't have a.
They need to do that right now in America.
It's trying to make people just stay within the box. But think about it though. There's already things in line to make sure. There's laws in line to make sure that
some people like hanging out with their hood rat friends doing hood rat things.
But Kingsley, I think you're right. I'm with people kind of like going by the law, right? I don't want to be robbed. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my things stolen from me. I don't want to get safe at all beat up by gangs or whatever just because I'm walking in a certain area and I forgot I can't, like I don't want that. That's not the kind of life I want to live.
Right.
But we're talking about your privacy being like, who cares what video game you buy? Who cares what you're eating, bruh? They monitor like everything. Now they have like the what do you call it? Your system, like, so like if you have a good point system, you might get like free gym. You get free gym. Like if your score is good, right? You get like free gym. You get discount on like public transportation. You go to the hospital. You get in line. Or you don't have to wait as long, whatever, as other people. So there's incentives there. But bruh, it's the invasion of the privacy, in my opinion. That's the part that I don't like.
Where does the invasion come? So like they can monitor the video game I buy. If I buy a violent video game, I lose points.
If you buy too many video games.
But they're not knowing what I'm buying though.
The hell if they're not, they know everything. It's all attached to you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but don't you lose the privacy from the cameras anyway? From all them cameras and they watching you throw your trash out? That has nothing to do with social score. That's just that country with the red flags doing what they do.
Like, you can say it, China.
I'm just saying, like it just. I mean, it's
red flag.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
It's not a bad word. We don't have to bleep it out. Like, that motherfucker, you don't know it.
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, like it's. I mean, how far? I don't know, man. I need to look at it and see like if they're going to be able to see the video games you buy. Or
I just told you they are.
You just told me that they only monitor how many you buy.
No, I told you that one of the things that they mark was if you're buying too many games.
Okay, I asked you, China is would they know what kind of games I'm buying? They just know I'm buying. Kingsley walked into GameStop and bought 10 video games.
Yes, they will know. They know what kind of food you buy. They know where you go. They know where you hang out. They know when you buy cigarettes. They know when you buy alcohol. But they know that you're hanging out at the club. They know that you're hanging out at the massage parlor.
But
they know all the.
But they don't need a social credit score to check that. They can just go to the cameras, like you just said. There's cameras everywhere. So you can't. You don't mean that.
What he's saying is what you have, man. You have because you were making up. I ain't done it. He was explaining.
-10.
When he was explaining, you lost you some points. Okay. Comprehension points right here. I was like, wait, hold up.
You can't ride the bus this week.
He said you can't. Everything that you said, yes, it affects your social credit score. So if you buy too many games and the games that you buy are all violent, you are going to decrease your social credit score.
Bruh.
If you are over there and your BMI is too heavy.
I didn't see anything about BMI. Just for the record, I ain't seen nothing about that.
You buy too many sweets, cupcakes, and bonbons.
But see, I'm under the impression that you're saying they're monitoring all of this through the social score system. You're saying they're monitoring this through the cameras.
No, they're watching you through the camera
and then affecting the score.
Yes,
they're
wait,
hold on. They're gonna have to zoom in to see how the fuck you
going. They have an operations center.
Wait, bro.
I don't remember the word zoom in.
I told you they know it. I told you. I didn't say zoom in.
Yes, you did.
No,
go back.
I said 1 second they can see who they're dealing with by the camera, and I said the police have sunglasses, and when they interact with you, they'll know within a second who they're dealing with.
Yeah, but you also said they have face recognition. They can zoom in and see who you are within 1 second too.
I don't know if I said zoom in, but cameras are strong enough to where like the AI can tell who you are in 1 second.
Yeah, face recognition.
Right, it knows who you are in 1 second. Yeah. Police have sunglasses that they can wear, and they know exactly who they're dealing with the moment of approach. But facial recognition, yes, they can know who you are.
Same.
It ain't no, because if you see the. This guy is.
I feel like Martin off of Bad Boys. He was like, "Woo,
Captain."
Oh man, this is hilarious.
That's how I feel, bro. Like, this is hilarious. It's not good, bro. Like, this gonna be a short episode.
This episode is gonna be called
Caterpillar.
This episode is gonna be called Paint Fumes and Social Credit Score. It's like what?
Okay, so go ahead, because I'm just
no. Okay, so wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it just
because your comprehension is off.
Yeah.
Your air quality is off.
Come on. Let's have a conversation. So, what I said was,
listen.
They are monitoring everyone in the society where this is currently being tested. It's not national. It's in selected places. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, one way that they are monitoring people is by the cameras, and they have over 200 million cameras, something like that.
That's a lot of cameras,
and they have more that are coming.
Wow.
And I can't remember, but I think it was like I tried to say it before, but everywhere,
streets and everything,
everywhere, bruh. You get. I mean, it's there for jaywalking. It's there for taking out the trash. It's there for when you ride on the bus. It's there. It's everything that you do. Everything that you do, to the point where you don't even. I think in some instances, because not everywhere is the same. The way that they
even in the restrooms.
I don't know. But they have it where in some places it's by your. You just use your thing to scan, and you can make your purchases like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you do is pretty much known. Right?
Wow.
That's it. So what they want to do is deter bad behavior and reward good behavior. That's it. But they're doing
who's determining good behavior?
It's
from watching the camera. From watching the cameras, right?
So like the red flag.
From watching the cameras.
Not just the cameras, but they're doing everything that's in place. They even have people whose job is to walk around the community that they're assigned to and take notes. If I'm in snitch, it's your job to walk around, and if I see the two of y'all arguing on the sidewalk, and I'm like, hey, brothers, what's your name?
Oh, like the hall monitor.
Yeah. Oh wow!
In school, like the hall monitor. Yeah, get in this locker.
Right. So, bro, we're talking every part of your social life being scrutinized, and everything that you do and don't do being affected by what they see, and they pretty much see everything.
Do they have like an intercom on all these cameras? Hey man, get back across that street.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But they did say like the reaction time, I want to say something was like 7 seconds or whatever. Like in order to like, if it catches something or whatever, it's like with the camera time and the people that are monitoring, it was something like within 7 seconds, they've found out who it was, what you did, and boom, the thing has been sent, and it's in the system. So right, you could be doing so bad, you just go and you like, yo, I'm gonna take a train to go see my girl, or I'm gonna do whatever. You go to the train station, you try to do the thing, and you're blacklisted, and you can't buy a train ticket. You can't go nowhere. Can't go nowhere.
Wow.
Right?
Why?
Because of your score, because of how they see you and the collection of what you've done, what you've not done, and how those points are accumulated or disseminated.
So you
or whatever.
get like time out in your room, like you're on punishment.
Yes, bro. Even let's say like this, right? We doing the podcast, and let's say Kingsley's out there messing up, right? He ends up getting a low score. We can't associate with him. We'll get in trouble. Our score will go down. You're like, oh no, yes, bro. It is intense.
I mean, but
yes.
What line do you see, or what line do you cross where you're like, man, okay, it's promoting decent behavior. It's promoting a level of, because I mean the age old question is, are you willing to give up your privacy for a little bit more safety?
No.
Or are you willing to? It's a hypothetical question.
Well, you said it's age old. Sound like it's been around for a while.
But it's just in a sense of like, are you willing to give up your privacy for a little bit of safety? Or are you willing to kind of like not have that safety, but still have your privacy, meaning that someone can rob you and it's going to be a while to find that person.
But aren't there other countries that are way safer that do not have all that in place?
Yes, Japan.
You know, you see what I'm saying? Like you're gonna take away my privacy because you don't want to do your job and you can't do your job right. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to work and you don't do your job right and you're not effective, what's happening? What's gonna happen to you?
You're fired.
Okay, why it don't happen? Why it's not happening? Because if our place of living is not safe, what are you doing to make it safe? What are you putting in place to make it safe? Why I have to give up my privacy? You know what I'm saying? For you to make it safe. That's not making it safe. That's just making you lazy.
It's not even about making it safe necessarily.
Right.
I mean, that is one element of it, right? Being safe, but it's just doing what the government wants you to do. And now they have something in place potentially that will monitor you. And if you don't do exactly what they want you to do, how they want you to do it, or within the parameters that they give you, you get punished for it. And it is a punishment. Bruh, they had a thing on there. They said dating apps, right? Said on the dating apps, they're setting it up where now on some of the dating apps that they use, it'll have your social credit score on your profile. So now that'll influence people when it comes to like if they swiping and trying to date you, because they'll be like, oh, hey man, Kingsley got a 560. Oh no. You get what I'm saying?
You're socially equipped.
You know when you go, they got an app over there. They said it's like their version of TikTok, right? So I guess I mean I don't use TikTok, but they said when you swipe or I guess whatever on TikTok, like as you go through the feeds or whatever, like after a while you'll see like a commercial. Some of those commercials will be your face because you got a low score. It'll be a picture of you, like a mugshot saying 330.
Wow.
When you go to the movies, you know how we go to the movies?
So they public shame you as well?
Public shame. They put it on the billboards in the streets, right? Your score is up there. You know how when we go to the movies and you get there right when you get inside and it's like, oh, you see the credits for the new movies coming out? No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be pictures of people that have low credit scores or social credit scores or whatever on the screen, and they're going to be shaming them. That's the kind of stuff they have in place. So it's not necessarily about like just keeping order, right? It's really about, I mean, if you do good, then you whatever, you follow the rules, you get it. But the route that they're going about it, and I think it's hard for us, speaking for myself, hard for us because we come from a place where it's like, nah, you can't do that. Like my privacy is this, or we're just not used to a certain level of monitoring that we know about, because some people still don't realize how they're being monitored and whatever. But so our mindset is completely different. For some people who are there, they say a lot of people love it. They're like, whatever. I kind of how you were saying. They're like, well, you know, as long as I'm whatever, I'm doing good. So whatever, I have a great score. I get discounts here. I get this for free. I get, you know, this, whatever. I get great jobs. I have great opportunities. I can send my kids to good schools because I have a great score. So boom. So a lot of people feel this way. But a mentality kind of like maybe where we're coming from and other people of the same are like, nah, bro, you're not fixing to, you gonna knock down points on my score because I bought some Cheetos and some cigarettes? Are you serious? Like, what does that matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is me buying a bottle of wine? And if I bought 3 bottles of wine, that's too much. Who's to say? But you know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say? Like, why
if you
is that?
If you buy cigarettes and Cheetos, you need your social score. You need to give me some of them points. You gonna waste some things away. Cigarettes and Cheetos. No, that is a horrible combination. Like, yeah, let me get some cools and these cheese puffs. What's wrong with that?
Oh my God!
No. I'll be like, man, I'm not selling you that. I'm trying to save your life.
So you say that was good, but you say that's not the way it should be. Like, how do you think it should be then? Like, what's the best? How do you think they should operate? Like, how do you think they?
I don't care how they operate. It's not my home. It's not my country.
Do you feel like there's some things? But we talking about it. Yeah. Do you feel like there's some things that do you feel like there's some things they should take out? But not monitor.
But wait, hold on. I'm answering because you said like, what do I think they should change? I don't give a damn what they change. Honestly, I don't care. Like for me, I don't want none of that. Like I like there to be rules,
Right.
and I follow the rules, and if I don't follow the rules, there's whatever. This invasion of privacy,
This what you get,
this is what I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the rules. It's man, I'm good with it. But the idea of like, I really got somebody watching to see if I pick up my dog's poop. Like, come on, man. Like,
I mean,
like
apartment complexes have that, already in place where they're like, make sure you pick up your dog's waste.
Okay, but isn't it? But
They use camera to see who didn't.
Man, who knows what they do? Oh, you saying they do?
Yeah, apartment complexes.
Because I had a roommate in college that had a dog.
How about this though?
And they always was citing us because we had this pit bull in the apartment.
Right, and you get a ticket that you have to pay, right? You got a ticket you got to pay or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But if I don't pick up dog poop or I miss some of the dog poop, if I jaywalk, right? If I get into a fender bender and the majority of the whatever is on me, right? I'm at home with my friends or my significant other and we have a loud conversation and that gets reported. Should that really get in the way of where my kids go to damn school? Should that really stop me from buying a house or getting that job that I've been working hard for? People lose their PhDs, bruh. I'm telling you, it's on a whole nother level, man. Y'all gotta look at that stuff. It's on a whole nother level. So do you really think, do you get what I'm saying? I have no problem with people being held accountable, right? Being held accountable for what it is you're supposed to do and not supposed to do based on where you live or where you choose to go live, because we all chose to go live somewhere else, right? So I'm all for that because you have to adapt to where you are. I guess if we went to China and if it's in one of these areas, you got to adapt to that. But I'm not for a mistake or a bad decision or a rough moment or moment. You know what I'm saying?
Or like a slap at the Grammys.
You know what I'm saying? Getting in the way of my future, bro.
He would have lost all 1,000 points.
My future, like that to me. Do you really think that equates to, or it should equate to that? You know,
we
like,
all make mistakes. We all fall short sometimes. I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, nah.
Think about Uber. Think about Uber, right? Uber is a place where we see it. And a lot of people don't think about this, but one of the first places that I think where it became public for us in the US was that website, Yelp. Remember Yelp? When Yelp first came out? Yelp was the thing where, people go in there, they ain't like your restaurant, you had cold food, you had bad service. They're like, oh man, these Yelp reviews is killing us. That was one of the first things that I remember, right? Now recently is the Uber stuff. Everybody, what's your Uber score? Oh, you ain't got a 5? Well, I can't ride with you. You can bring my score down. People already talking like that.
Really?
Think about it. They already talking like that.
I ain't never rode an Uber.
Uber, bro. If you ain't rocking with a nice 5 or 4.5 star on an Uber, they looking at you sideways. This is what we're talking about, but on a level that ain't that serious. You see what I'm saying? But now we're talking about every element of your life is being scrutinized. Not just you being held accountable, but you being held accountable, and for some of the things that we might think of as frivolous or it's not that big of a deal, it could impact your life, your child's life, your job, your home. You could be blacklisted and not be able to travel. Imagine, fam, you run into a hard time and your score goes down, but now you can't even get on the train. You can't get on the airplane
to make money somewhere.
I saw a thing that said it was like 28 million airline tickets and something like 6 million train tickets or something like that have been revoked. That said, no, you can't do it because people were caught up in this system. Imagine.
Do they get their refund back?
No. I mean, okay, I'm sorry, not revoked. So it was denied. They tried to go in and book it, and these are the denials that came up. It was I think it was like 28 million, 6 million, and airplanes was the one. So imagine,
and this system is fully operational in China or a certain part of China.
You ain't listen. It ain't national. I've said that like twice. I think already.
China. I said China.
Yeah, but it's not national.
And you said a certain part.
It's not national in China. It's not all over China. It's only in certain parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's not fully functional. And from what I learned is, so say like it's in 5 different states or whatever, 5 different cities, 10 different cities. It's not exactly the same in each one. And from what I understand, it doesn't necessarily carry over from one city to another or one.
So if they get a chance to leave the city, they can and start all over?
Maybe. But they said once it does go national, nobody knows as of right now if they're going to just merge everything together into one system, if you're going to kind of start fresh, have another level, if everything is going to be accountable. So like, say like maybe in the country part, they don't have jaywalking as a thing because it's country. You know what I mean? Like it's not like city and stuff like that. But they don't know. Like that's an unknown. But right now, all these different areas that are doing it the way that they're doing it. Some of the things are similar, some are not, and nobody knows what it's going to look like when it goes national.
So, going back to your original question about how do we think it will play out if America did something like that? What do you think? Like, you think we'll go for it? Do you think it will deter crime? Do you think we'll have a better reputation as far as like just being
safe?
Well, just personality wise. I mean, you ask a lot of foreign people, how are we? We're like confident, cocky, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that would help?
They think we what?
They think we kind of loud and arrogant sometimes.
Yeah, we loud.
And stuff like that.
This episode.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
just this episode?
But no,
really?
I'm just saying, yeah. So do you think that will help if America established a system? Do you think that would kind of make people act a little better? If
I'll let you answer first.
No. You don't have. I mean, I think you also got to take in consideration like people are going to be people. You know what I'm saying? Like
people ain't gonna care. People ain't got nothing to lose nowadays.
I'm just saying, like there's going to be good, it's going to be bad. It's
but
always
that's not what you
way.
asked. So I thought you said, would we let it happen? I thought that's what you said.
No, do you think it will change? Like, do you think it will make people
more
like it will deter crime? It'll make people a little bit more friendly. Because in my city, no one's really friendly. They don't really cling to friendliness like that. So
good, they don't.
Yeah, there's always a stigma with Miami people. We're not friendly and stuff like
crazy.
that. You know, so like, do you think that will make people smile more? Do you think it will just have a good demeanor? Is actually the question.
I don't think nobody's smiling because they got to get a social score. Like, I don't know.
But just being a good demeanor, just
I don't know. I mean, I could
have sworn your question was different because I had my answer. Like, I could have sworn you said like, will we let it happen or something like that?
Nobody said that.
I'm gonna go back on the tape. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna go back on the tape.
I didn't hear that.
I could have sworn because in my mind, what I was thinking was when you started to say it, I was thinking we're gonna let it happen because in the U.S. people don't really care about the privacy, right? And it's gonna sneak up on us, like because the answer that everybody gives is like, "Well, I ain't got nothing to hide." Great, you have nothing to hide, but we have everything to protect. So that's why people don't care. They don't mind using Google and allowing their documents and their work being in Google Docs and on Google Drive and Google having full access to that. They don't mind using WhatsApp. They don't mind using the search engines where they're tracking everything that you're looking at and what you're buying and where you've been and whatever. People don't realize when you go on the internet, everything can be looked at. It can be seen not just where you go, but the browser that you're using, the version of the browser, what the dimensions of the browser were when you went online to go search. Like, bro, it's very, very detailed. It's very detailed, and people don't know. Like, that's how they find people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you gotta go back to the.
It's just
one library to get you a catalog.
So, but I think it's gonna be one of those things where it just slips in, and before we realize it. It's gonna be more involved. I don't think that the U.S. is gonna do it the way that China is doing it. I think U.S. is gonna. I'm not even gonna say gonna be savvy about it. I think it's just gonna be integrated into the everyday life, right?
I think more businesses would probably do it. I think
businesses are affected by this as well. Businesses in China are affected by this as well.
I can only because they losing employees probably.
Well, no, they're affected as in they get graded as well. Like if your business is doing poorly. Whatever, badly, yeah, your business is affected.
But that's horrible because then what if you're like businesses that was going down and then all of a sudden things changed.
It's there.
I don't know. I'm not a good. I'm not an advocate for not allowing people the ability or the free will to change.
It does allow them to change, and they have a list of things that you can do to boost your score back and get out of the blacklist and whatever. But it doesn't seem like it's easy from what I saw.
That's what I'm about to say. That's not easy. Like you don't need that. Like you already got enough things going in life, and then you got this thing that's also adding to your burden. Like I wonder if the suicide rate has gone up over there as well.
If it is, we wouldn't know, because China is one of those places where a lot of the things in advertisement are what we see as like the greater side of it, like other places that we know of. They don't talk about other stuff. They just show you the nice parts of it,
the glitz and glamour. And that's what I was thinking. Like to hear all this, like where's their suicide rate? Like some of these things will cause people to have they like, shit, I can't get my regular credit score up. Now I got to worry about my social score, and I can't get a job. I can't even get on this train to get my kids
to go to a job interview.
My kids got to go to this riffraff school. They got to be homeschooled, distance learning.
Actually, they probably wouldn't have to worry about getting on the train for a job interview, because if they score that low, they probably can't get that job that they're trying to get, because it affects that as well.
But that's crazy, because then it just started trickling. So like if I can't get a job, that means I gotta buy Cheetos and cigarettes. Then you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
you don't keep coming for me from over there on the other side of the couch.
It's just gonna trickle down. Like you think about it, like your social score is based on all the things that you're supposed to be doing. So you can't get a job. That's one. You can't get on the train. Okay, that's another thing. And then you frustrated, and so somebody say, "Hey man, watch out." You go off on them. You know, oh, now you're scoring down some more. You like, man,
your neighborhood snitches out there jotting it down. So
you got snitches out there. You know, it's gonna be tough. I'm not a proponent for that. That's like, you got people that's gonna, you have people that's gonna actually follow the rules, and they're gonna do well. You know, I mean, that's life. But you also have, I think we as people, we also have to support and help, the ones that are unable to, or those that need help to actually move up or pull up. You know what I'm saying? That's why you go back and you reach back and help another one. I think that's the part of life that we supposed to be doing, and we losing sight of that. Like we just kind of like isolating ourselves, like it's the have and the have-nots.
I don't even think people losing sight of that. I think people just don't have good vision when it comes to understanding what a government is doing. Right? Like this stuff in China started in 2015.
Right.
It started in 2015.
Right.
They were perfecting their data collection way before that. Right.
Right.
It's no different than in our side of the world, whether it be Europe or the Americas. Everybody remember when Facebook came out, right? And then what happened shortly after Facebook came out? You could go to www. whatever this website is, and you didn't have to create a new account. What could you do? Just sign in with Facebook. See what I'm saying? See, this is what I mean. Like, I don't want to call it savvy, but this is what I mean when I say on the US side, this is where we're going to see it trickle in, and people aren't even going to realize it, because for us, in the beginning, it's going to look like a luxury. Oh, you ain't got to create no account for that. Just sign up with your Facebook. Just sign up with your Google account. Sign in with Gmail. This is what they're saying. Oh, you don't have to go out and pay for that suite for Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel and all these other things or whatever. And just use Google Docs. Google got an Excel thing. It's for free. But people don't realize that all those documents, right, they can be viewed by Google. Read your terms and conditions. You see what I'm saying? So we are going to get suckered into this. What's the word I'm looking for?
Suckered.
What I said? Yeah. We are going to get suckered into this because people are going by convenience, right? It's going to show up in that way, and it's going to look like, oh wow, this is for us. This is good. This is beneficial. And what people keep forgetting is, if you're using a product that you're not paying for, you're the product.
So let me ask y'all this then, a very important question. And I'm a reference this from the whole vaccination thing. Country ABC was like, everybody getting vaccinated. Some of the people were like, I ain't doing that junk. They still here. But that's a whole other topic. But so if you're living in country ABC, and country ABC says, we about to implement this system, y'all staying or going?
I'm already going.
Country ABC now, right?
No, I'm saying I'm going. I'm already gonna be going. Like when I start hearing stuff like that, I'll be going. Well, no matter what country.
Even if country ABC provides a better opportunity, a better chance than your home country.
Still, I'm going.
Got you.
I don't know. I honestly,
and that's
don't
always
know.
the tricky question.
I don't know because I don't know.
That's always the tricky question because I remember, there was one country that was like vaccination. I remember some people like, I can't no vac. I'm out this piece. And line for number 3 because they see that the vaccination is not as big as their goal of being in a country, and just following their goals, saving money, doing living the life they want to live. That's not they can't live in their country.
I think I understand what you're saying, but to be fair to those people, because I was one of those people, right? I think that's an unfair comparison because we're talking about a monitoring of your life and lifestyle and social interactions and your professional life and the opportunity being taken away for you to progress and do better and provide for your family being at stake in comparison to a vaccine where the whole world has not seen this for 100 years plus, right? And it's the age of technology and information, and there's so many things that are out there. Because maybe if this would have happened in the 90s, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, as in the vaccine I'm talking about, right? If it would happen in the 90s, because information passed through differently. But nowadays, with all the conspiracy theories and whistleblowers and information being at the tip of your finger, whatever, like so readily available, and you can look up anything from anywhere. A library, what's a library? You know what I'm saying? Like it's in my hand right now. So like the information age, bro. I think it came at a time where like there's a whole lot more questions because there's a whole lot of things where there was vaccines and shots that people had to get. And I can't remember where there was such an uproar. And if it was, we really didn't hear it because social media wasn't a thing like that. Right. I was in the military. We had to take the anthrax. I forget how many it was. It might have been like 5 or 6 of them things. I can imagine that anthrax would have been one. If it happened now, it would have been a whole nother spin on it. But back then it was like, you're in the military. You got to take this shot. If you don't take the shot, you're getting kicked out. That's pretty much what it was. You get what I'm saying? There were people on the outside that were watching, kind of like Peter be watching everybody with pets. Like, oh, look what they're doing. Let's call these people out. People on the outside looking at the military. Oh, that's unfair what they're doing to the soldiers. But these people signed up. They got to do what they say or do what they say.
So you're saying they're not the same. But I mean, just the idea of a country saying, look, this is the system we're about to,
not giving you a choice.
Exactly. Just being like, this is the system. And you got people who are like, man, I don't want my private. I want this. And they're just like, okay, well, this is the system that's coming into place. Do you want to? I don't think the country is going to ask them to stay or go, but I mean, it's up to the person to be like, well, I'm not dealing with that.
Well, that would be. I think that when it comes down to that, like, because we're talking about if it's any of us, right? We're talking about that being a country where that's the kind of thing that is, what you're getting into. If you go to teach English in this particular country, if you go into China to teach English, right, or whatever, that's a common thing. You know what you're getting into. You know where you're going. And if you don't, shame on you. You know what type of government is there. You know how things will come down when it comes to rules and direction and whatnot. So you know what you're getting into. You cannot go to a foreign country that doesn't follow the same government structure as your home country, let's say the USA, and get over there and think that you're going to be USA. It doesn't work like that. So I think it's a difference. So like, even to compare that, we're talking about people that have made a conscious decision to go somewhere where they're not from, and they know that the government is different, versus people that were born there and they're used to this. You see what I'm saying? They're used to this lifestyle. They're used to being told. And if they're not used to it, I mean, at least they're familiar with it, let's just say, right? They're familiar with it because that's their home. So again, I even think that's a hard comparison because we're in a different situation. We voluntarily went somewhere and we either deal with what's there or we get out, versus you were born there and it is what it is. And for you, it's not that bad. And it's your home. Where are you going to go? If you're a middle class or a lower class person that works there, or you're from China, and you don't have a way to leave there, and the government comes in and says, this is what it is. Now that's the question. See what I'm saying? Because that's your home. Are you going to uproot from your home?
Right.
For us to leave a place that we went, yeah, we can go.
Right.
If it's that serious, we can go because that's not our home.
Yeah, we can always go home. We can. That don't necessarily mean we can always go somewhere.
Yeah. So that's the.
I think it just may be their way of creating a dystopia, like just this environment of just
That's
like
exactly what it is. Good word. Yep.
when I said it last. That was a couple weeks ago. I had said that word. Y'all were clowning me like dystopia.
You
what
used
the
it
hell is
incorrectly.
that?
I think that's what it was.
No,
I'm pretty sure you did.
no.
Okay. Please carry on.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. I can't recall. I can't recall.
I can't recall.
I'm pretty sure you used it incorrectly, but it's okay.
Wow.
No worries.
Okay,
Spell it.
But dystopia, dystopia, dystopia.
Okay.
What did you say?
dystopia.
And what's the word you use?
Dystopia.
Oh, it said dystopia. I'm like, that ain't what you said, brother.
What do you think it said?
I didn't know what. I can't hear right now. I'm not doing well. I am not doing well in these films, brother.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like,
you got a good point though, for real.
They trying to create a dystopia where it's just like, and I think a lot of countries are on that tip now. You know, like they're doing a 4-day week, the 4.5 day week. We want to give people a chance to enjoy this lifestyle, and I think China is people gonna start following after China. It may not be severe. It may be severe. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I think the system. I think it's a nice system in place to kind of keep things in check. Yeah,
A nice system.
I think it's. I mean,
So you don't mind being monitored day in and day out.
You don't care.
it's not. I don't care. It's not that I don't mind the monitoring. I'm looking at the system as a whole. Like literally, I'm sitting here like, damn, I want to create a system like that for an individual business to help them gain customer. Like I'm literally just to have because we have GPAs. We have these things in place. They may not have a number value on it. They may not put us in jail, but it affects us what school we go to.
It's not different though. It's. I mean, it's not the same.
It's a system though.
Yeah, but there's
I can't apply to a college without an SAT, ACT score. That's the system, testing system in place to go to college and to do this and to do that, to graduate. Where I'm going to graduate. I'm going to graduate summa cum laude. Thank you, Lottie. Magna cum laude, whatever. Like, I think a lot of things are, I think the system is in a lot of things. It may not be as severe. It may not be something that's numerical, but it's there.
But you're speaking about it, and you're dismissing the most severe part by saying, "Oh, wait, it might not be that." No. But you're saying like it might not be that severe. That's the point. Their system is that severe. Gotcha. So when you say like, "Oh, but there's other things, but they might not be that severe," and it's like, yeah, because they're different. They're not that severe. Right. That's what makes them better. That's what makes them more attractive. That's what makes them. Oh, I can swallow that. I'm okay with that. Versus, you know what color my poop is. You know what I'm saying? Like you might come on, man. Like that's.
I mean, you got credit. You got the credit score system in the States where it's like my credit score is a certain level.
That's about what you. That's about what you buy with your credit cards and big purchases.
Payment history and stuff like that.
But nobody is coming to you saying your credit score is X. And in your credit score, okay, fine, you can work on this. But we noticed that you bought 4 PlayStations. That's a lot of gaming consoles. We're gonna dock you some more points in your social credit score because you shouldn't be buying 4 PlayStations.
And that's legit what it is. Like some of it.
No, everything that I told you is legit. From what I saw in the reports and some of the stuff being translated, I'm telling you, and I'll go back. I got receipts.
Crazy.
I got receipts. So I'm just saying, bro, I'll never bring nothing to the table. Like, if I don't know what I'm saying. Now, if something has changed or sources that I saw from government documents, right, are different, then okay, I'll rescind. We'll do another episode. We'll bring it back. We'll make the correction. But I wouldn't bring nothing to the table like that. The same way we talked before when we said certain episodes, when we talk about something, we're going to make sure we look into it before we go. Same thing. Same thing. Right? So, no.
I mean, I do agree that is a bit drastic. Like,
it's extreme.
The whole 10.
Excessive.
It's extreme.
Because when you first mentioned it, I was like, oh, okay, if they just see me buying 10, okay, whatever. But then you talking about
they know exactly what
I
you
got
get.
and stuff.
Right. They know exactly
You
what you
shouldn't
get.
need all that. You don't need all that.
Oh, and then it's situational too, because think about it like this. They're monitoring what you buy, right? So they see that you bought a lot of candy or like some baked goods or whatever. But they also see you're not utilizing your gym membership.
They'll dock your score for that.
See what I'm saying?
Dang, they'll dock your score for that?
Bruh.
You eating too much Twinkies and
you're
not
not working out.
Oh, no.
Too many hours on. There was even something that was just in the news that people talking about that is a rule that has, I think it's also a part of this, but it was something I think that was in place that they put there, like they just made it a law. And it was something like you can only play, like kids can only play like games for so many hours, like on their phone, and it'll like cut off. Like on the phone or like the consoles or whatever, and it's like they can only play. I'm not saying that it's bad, but that type. And so it's like they kind of threw some stuff out there. Like, all right, this will be. We're gonna go ahead and implement this one. We're gonna go ahead and implement this one. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's on that level, bro. Yes. So I'm not for anything where I'm feeling like I got people looking over my shoulder and those people don't share a home or a bed with me. Period. Like I don't. Why do I need to answer to the outside world when the outside world, I don't, but again, I come from a different government. So do you. So my mentality is different. For some people, it's like, it ain't a big deal. You know what I mean? And I get it. I can see that side. I just don't want to see that side. That's all.
No.
You want to go there, Mel?
No.
Move to China?
No. I'm good.
We'll get one of those, find out one of those cities where they're doing it, and then we get you over there. I'm sure. Yeah, we'll get you over there.
Oh, I passed for flying colors, but I'm not going.
Yeah, but no, just to go and be a part of it. Like do it for a year and see what the experience is like.
And then I get stuck over there?
You ain't gonna get stuck because you'll have a great score and you'll be able to buy a plane ticket to leave.
Yeah, I might have no choice.
I'll
be helping old ladies and everything. You need help.
But look, how about this though? Like, all right, so last point. Do you think that if this is implemented, that it's more like a digital dictatorship, or do you think that it's on the lines of we're just trying to make sure our people are good?
You just coined a really good term. You really coined a really good term. I think it can get there. I think we're gonna get there.
Digital
and you think that? And do you think that is good?
It's coming. That's like what we're talking about for
dictator, though?
Censorship.
That's what we're gonna call the episode. Digital dictatorship.
Who's gonna be the dictator though? I mean,
the government.
What are you talking about? It's the government. We're talking about a specific place, right?
Yeah, the government.
So, yeah, they're the ones calling the shots.
Yeah.
So I mean, so like with that spin on it, does it still sound good to you?
Yeah, it does to him.
I won't say it sounds good. I'm analyzing the process and everything. All the systems that are in place. That I'm literally sitting here thinking about some of the systems that are in place that are almost similar to it. Again, it may not be as drastic, but it still can affect certain things that we want to do. Like, I can't apply to Harvard if I have a 2.0 out of high school. You know what I'm saying?
But you keep saying similar. Like, they're
similar in the sense of I can't. Like it's like I can't go here because I have this. I can't do this because I have this. That's what I'm saying by similar.
No, but
he's just saying as far as like the score. If you have a low score on something and then you want to do something, you're unable to. So he's looking at it from an aspect that if he has a low social credit score, he's unable to get on the train. Or
but that's not apples and oranges. That's lobster and hamburger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. Yes, there's rules in place for things that stop us from doing things, right? But the level of what we're talking about is completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be if this then that, if that then this. There's always going to be that. But we're talking about the way that it affects. Like, yes, of course, you have to have a certain score to go to a certain school because that school has a certain standard that they're trying to uphold. Right? And maintain. Right? So like that's why. It's not because they're trying to say you're a bad person because you didn't pick up your dog poop. You get what I'm saying? Like it's yes, everything is being measured. Everything that we do in life is like that. You don't go to work, then you don't get paid. You exceed your sick leave, and now you have to use whatever without leave. No, it's a rule, and that's what you're doing. You're saying, well, these things are similar. They're only similar because there is a rule. There is already a rule for jaywalking. That's been a long-standing rule in many cities. But jaywalking in this case can get you to lose points and ultimately can affect how you live your life, or if you can leave your home, or who you can associate with. The parameters that are set and the punishment is way more drastic. I'd much rather pay a $50 ticket for jaywalking than have to pay a ticket for jaywalking, lose 10 points for jaywalking. Those 10 points are now affecting my credit score. I was already 20 points away from being in the blacklist. Now I'm 10 points away. I'm walking on eggshells. I can barely spend money to go and take the train to go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. Late for work, you losing points. Like, it's things happen. And then I'm late for work. I'm stressed. I'm upset. I'm trying to find the money so I can catch a train. Boom, I miss another 10. Now I'm in the blacklist. All because I'm stressed because I did a jaywalk. So, like, you get what I'm saying? So when you say it's similar, it's not really similar.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, rules are everywhere. But the impact of breaking the rules in that kind of society is way different. Way different. And it's just like what you said, Mel, that domino effect. He's like, oh, well, I lost my job and then this and that. It's a domino effect of what happens, and it affects so much. Nobody in any other country that I can think of is affected so much by a potential jaywalk charge than they would be in that type of society. Right. It's not similar.
Got you.
You feel me? Like, it's just not.
Right.
It's only similar in the way of rules being set and rules being broken, and there's parameters of how things are supposed to be. In that regard, I'm with you. It's similar,
right?
But the impact, way different.
Totally different. Yeah.
Way different.
Because even though you might have a 2-point something and you don't get into Harvard, but you can still go to another university,
right?
But for this case, you're not getting into anything
at all.
Right?
You can go to any train station you want. You're not getting on.
No private school for your kids. And no university. And think about it like this. What if you're a blacklist father? Your kids can't go to a private school or a university.
And they ain't even doing anything.
You see? Talk about a generational curse. Hey, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that digital dictatorship ain't no joke, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll increase the underworld. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have a lot of people doing shady things.
Yeah. It'll be hard to do it there, though. They'll have to go outside to get it because that world is already so heavily monitored. Like I said, they started this stuff in 2015.
Right.
Best believe infrastructure was in place well before then. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this for a while. They didn't just, we got a great idea and then work on it over the weekend and roll it out on Monday. That's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? So the infrastructure was already there. So the likelihood of somebody being able to start up something in that world probably not going to be. They got to go to Taiwan or Malaysia or something.
So, I can see that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna look into it some more.
Yeah. I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Send me some.
I ain't sending you nothing.
That's all right. I ain't gonna remember anyway.
Look at this Firefox down there. Look at him. Wow. All right, man. So how y'all feel? What y'all think?
It's a lot to process, man.
It is. I'm just glad that's not my everyday.
Yeah, you and me both.
My
bad. You and me both. I'm sorry. I'm fighting through these feels.
You're good. But yo, man, listen. Y'all go down there and talk to us. Let us know what you think. I think a form of this is coming to the U.S. and other places.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to look this way.
No, never.
And I already think that, I know that there are already things in place that are following these lines, and a lot of people just aren't realizing it yet. They're already building profiles on us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're already building profiles. So
countries are going to be like, don't come here unless your social score is this, that.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be something, right?
Just the future.
So I mean, think about it. Like with this vaccine and COVID and everything, it's like that over. And and I'm trying to compare COVID to that, but just saying the way that people look at this, is the way the rules are set on an international stage when it comes to COVID and vaccine. And what vaccine? You got Moderna? You got Sinopharm? Oh, you ain't got that Pfizer?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, Johnson & Johnson? Oh, you got to sit over there. Nah, you can't have Johnson & Johnson to come to this event. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's already that's just the way that we are as humans. Like, we're quick to like get into the groups that we belong to, create groups that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Exclude people that don't fit.
Isolate folks.
This is the way that we.
It's like elementary school.
Yeah, this is the way that we do. So then you're gonna have people that don't even want to interact. Because think about it, bro. On it's social credit score. On a social level, they are dealing with a credit score. Like, they're not going to want to interact with certain places. They be like, oh, I don't know if I can go to Italy because they be over there. They be pooping in the streets. They be letting their dogs just. I might step in some dog poop. You know what I mean? Like, I might be around somebody that's not a good person. This transparency.
I know how we can get back at them. Create a citizen type system where we rate the country. Where we're like, nah, y'all don't provide us free this, y'all don't do this, your social score going down. So
I like
we
that.
just do that, and it's just like, I mean, it's just a matter of time of people just taking power back, man. That's it.
You're thinking about this again like an American. You don't have that option in certain countries and certain governments. You know what I'm saying? So sure, if you go to Europe somewhere, or you go back to the US or other parts of South America or Canada, maybe, but you don't have that option. You'll just end up in, well, I'm not gonna say that, but the actions will be taken. Right? Because that's not something that is smiled upon in certain government structures. So it's not that easy. That's the American thinking. So we got to get out of that. So
I think it's American thinking. I think it's just
it's American thinking based on the government.
Think about the Arab Spring when they were like, enough is enough. We rising up. We're doing this thing. We don't like what's going on in this. What was it, Tunisia, Algeria? I can't remember, but.
So you want to do a coup?
No, I'm just saying. I think we're just in the age now where young people are just going to stand up, and regardless of religion, regardless of whatever government in place, they're standing up, being like, enough is enough, and we're going to try to take the power back.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: what do you think if 25,000 students stood up in China and said, "Hell no, we don't want this social"?
25,000 not enough, man.
But I'm just
China is a monster.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, we probably wouldn't even hear about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, New York, Italy, California, Brazil, Argentina, they all march for Black Lives Matter. It's all over social media. It's a different country. Right. It's a different way that things are being handled. I'm just saying. So I'll tell you all about something that I know about from a certain place and don't nobody know about. And two things, matter of fact, when we go off air, and I'm just like, golly, for real? Yes. Yes. So, and it depends on where you are. Certain governments ain't gonna let certain things fly. So that's why I say the American mindset. I don't necessarily mean American. I just mean that Western mindset, that democratic mindset, right? That might fly over there. Over there, won't even get off the ground.
So no fly zone.
Won't even take off.
Show.
Won't even go down the runway.
Check it. To my immediate left is brother Kingsley. Across the couch is my man Mel. I am Omega, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. This has been a hell of an episode, I think. And we thank y'all for listening. We thank you for watching, and we will catch you next episode.